Hello, we'll start a tutorial on ISAcreator, a spreadsheet editor to support the ISATAB format. Let's fire up the application. So you have to choose from two options. Either you've got a very light version or the more advanced version. The more advanced version contain elements such as the mapper, the wizard, anything like this. And that we will choose and select now to show you the full gamut of options available in the tool. So the first thing to do when you open ISAcreator is to select a configuration. By default, the one ships with a fairly large amount of assays predefined, but no species-specific features. So let's load it and see how things are. You can create a profile just to make sure that your user information is safe. And let's log in. And this is the main menu. You will see the different components. So either we can create a new element, a new study, or load an existing file, merge the settings, load a different configuration, or exit. So the setting element allows you to configure the proxy server. That this would ensure that you can connect to the relevant web services that we need to access in the tool, should you need to. You could also provide a default information about the location of the configurations file or the on the web server, the configuration locations, the user profile location, and a central place, so you don't have to navigate. And by default, this will be the places where ISAcreator will look for information. Then the possibility to exchange ontologies, contact, and protocol used in different instances of ISAcreator. We will get back to this later. So at the moment, we just start and load the default study to show you a few components of the tool. The tool parses the file and controls that everything is okay, checks the information, and this is how the tool looks like. Let's just try to resize a little bit. So here on the left-hand side, you have a kind of navigation tree that allows you to see the different parts of this investigation. Then we've got, by selecting this one, the study view, which is a present executive summary of the description of the particular study with a study description setup, the different list of assays that have been used that are mimicking the information displayed in the tree here, but to provide you with more information. We have the study design descriptor, a section for the publication, the study factor, which have been declared, and the different protocols used in the tool, and the study contacts. We have different kind of widget available in the tool. This text editor can be resized, and you can copy and paste from a different document and do a redo typing. We've got the possibility to choose a calendar from this tool. We can add assays from this element, and you can type here, for instance, if you have anything to do with sequencing, you will have this kind of thing. If you are interested in transcription profiling, then you have these abilities, and these are the elements that you can select. So let's assume that we select transcription profiling. We have three technologies that can be used. We can either select from DNA microarray, then sets the platform to be Agilent or others. Let's select Affymetrix and add an assay now. And there we go. We have created a new form here. It shows up here, and basically, you are ready to start submitting information about it. And we can remove it right away. Yep, that's it. This is the update. Now, to describe the study design, we also have the ability to provide more than one descriptor. This field, you just activate a cell, and is under the control of an ontology field, so you can search for maybe study design. So we can select terms for the ontology from this description here, and we can select maybe OB and see a list of elements here, and maybe we can say this one. We pull metadata from the elements here, so you can make it your mind whether you want to use this term or not. We don't want to do that. Then the second is this widget to look for probability. If you have it, just click on the magnifying glass, and the web service powered by Site Explorer will pull the title, the abstract, and the DOI. Just select the publication, and the annotation is done for you. Then we reach the study factor section. This is to declare the independent variable of the experiment, really what you, if it's an intervention, what you have manipulated as a cause of stress or perturbation to the biological system of interest. Again, you can add as many as you need, and you can specify the type of factor using an ontology, using the same kind of widget that we showed. Then we've got the study protocol and contact session with very trivial information to supply. Now we have, let's have a look at the other documents that are making up this study. So we have the study sample spreadsheet, and then 3 spreadsheets containing the assays, 1 per technique or assay as we define them. Interesting bit about ISAcreator is that it allows you to have an Excel-like display, but if you don't like it, you can also have a transpose view, which shows every record as a column now, and you can see the different components here. And again, the widgets that are available in the tool are also available from this view, so the ontology lookup is available here. A number of buttons are important to notice here. So we just already showed you the transpose view. We've got this undo redo button. If you made a mistake, you can still go back. You've got the ability to add factors or to add characteristics and protocol. But you need to activate the cell, as you noticed. By default, you can only add factors, which can be placed anywhere. Characteristics should be used to assign to describe material nodes, and parameters to qualify a protocol. Then we've got the ability to sort by column, and you can just perform sorting a la Excel just on 2 columns at the moment. You can include or remove columns as you wish. Also, we've got a contextual menu that allows you to add rows, to add columns, and to copy content. We also have the ability to some widgets to highlight groups. So typically we would like to see the study groups, and you can do that by selecting all factors, and you will have a color coding with a key to remind you what is the combination of factors and which record corresponds to the particular set of. So in keeping with this highlight of the record, you can also activate this button here, which will allow you to have a graphical overview based on information about the treatment groups and the sample annotation and how samples cluster together or group together. So let's have a look at the proteome. So we select this line. As you can see, summarized presents the same kind of information as available in the tree view on the left-hand side. In gray is the spreadsheet that's been selected. And now we click the View Treatment Group button, and we've got this layout indicating how many samples for conditions are available. As you can see, for this condition, we've got a number of elements which probably correspond to the control, but for some of the values, we only have only one element, which indicated poor replication. For the metabolome, for instance, we have a better indication where more samples were available for every time data point or condition, and the same for transcription. It seems that we've got a balanced design where we can good statistics could be drawn with 4 replicates. It's reasonably good. So this is for We can toggle the display. Here we've got the information about the treatment, but we also can display the sample information in the dots, which makes the information a bit more crowded, but you can zoom in the tool and possibly replace or have a bit more information about the samples. Currently we are working on developing this component, the visualization component, and we will be posting hopefully new developments and new functionalities in the tool soon in 2012. Okay, so this is a quick overview of the different components, of the different features of the study view. Now we will show you a number of elements that in the menu. Say we've got embedded user manual, which essentially allows you to have a built-in support if you have any questions about a tool. Say anytime when entering information, you can have more in-depth understanding of what's available. Say, for instance, if you have forgotten how to display the spreadsheet with highlights, just select on this component and we will be able to take you exactly where you need to be. And you can go back up here. The same information is actually available online because this is a DocBook documentation which will be available. We also have a number of plugin architecture, built-in utilities such as table tracking and the ability to produce QR codes. Let's have a look at the QR code builder. The QR codes can be very handy at the planning time of the experiment if you intend to use the ISAcreator as a planning tool and have a naming convention for your samples. To do this, we just need to activate a query builder and select the column that we want to use to make up the label or the information that will be available in query builder. So at the same time, at the moment, we would like to have the source name. We would like to have also the values of the factor levels, and we can put a splitter using a separator, literal separator between these elements and provide this information too. And then we can decide to save the QR codes. This is probably working now, and then we just need to specify location. I will put it on the desktop. Just select the top level folder. It will activate the output here button here in the tool, and then click OK. Now this information has been saved. Let's go to the desktop. The QR codes are here, as you can see, available, and you've got also built in a QR code reference HTML page that basically presents you with a sample ID, a unique ID for ISA, and the corresponding QR code. That's it.